Today we continue with our class, Kosher Kitchen. Sorry. And today, the big topic is the same. So we try the toilets, a contrast of Lashon Hara and the Hilos, right? And today's topic is exaggerations, and it says, sorry. The rule that a slander cannot be justified, even for a constructive purpose, slanderer, what seems to be without exception. The Chaim, however, speculates that if one cannot bring about a given constructive result without exaggeration, then it may be acceptable. The case he cites is where one is attempted to dissolve the friendship between the two children, one of whom is bad influence upon the other, and the victim will not be influenced to end the relationship unless the evil of his friends were exaggerated. This may be permissible. These guidelines for such an exemption are very sensitive, and one cannot rely upon it without a prior consultation with a competent halachic authority. Okay, so let's do it again. Exaggerations. So it was actually one of the 7 rules not to do, right? So it's absolutely forbidden to exaggerate. Okay. So again, the rule that the slanderer cannot be justified, even for constructive purpose, would seem to be without exception. Okay. The Chofetz, however, speculates that one cannot, if he cannot bring the given constructive result without exaggerating, then it may be acceptable. So, meaning if you say to your son, don't be friends with this boy because he's not good. Okay, he's not good. Yeah, right. Maybe you give 1 or 2 examples, but you know that inside that the boy is rotten. You know the parents, and you know like what's going on in the house. But you cannot explain to the kids. I mean, and plus, the information will be useless. And if he's going to repeat to this friend, not good. So it's trying to say something like exaggerate his issues of this guy, right? To stop your boy. So that's, as Chofetz Chaim said, the only permissible way to exaggerate. So meaning because otherwise you cannot achieve positive results. Okay. No problem. So we stop here. Very straightforward. All right. We continue with our kosher kitchen, and we on chapter 12, the prohibition of Chalav Akum. So we were discussing all of these opinions about milk by a non-Jew, and we said a lot of it had to do with Igras Moshe. The way I understand, they did not. I was thinking about what was said there, and it did not say anything if it's kosher certified. They just use expression Chalav Stam. Chalav Stam could be like a non-kosher milk, right, without kosher supervision. So maybe I'm just speculating because I didn't see anything here. Maybe like with kosher supervision, it would be much different. So it much different meaning much more lenient. Much more lenient. That's what I think. That's my guess. I mean, there were no information here because Chalav Stam is non-Jewish milk. Period. Meaning like even without kosher certification, according to lenient opinion, it would be allowed to drink. So that's the thing. Okay, so we continue section number 3. Still a big topic is the same, the prohibition of Chalav Akum. And on today's topics is the status of other dairy products. And just to remind us that the next topic is a butter. So we're learning in the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, even in his time. So it says in many halachos they actually allowed butter from a non-Jew. Right, because you cannot use milk of non-kosher animals for butter. Very simple. Okay, but right? So let's see. I mean, today maybe they can add some other things. I guess maybe flavoring, not not kosher meat, but flavoring. So of course we need the kosher certification, but right now is a issue with non-Jewish milk. Okay, so and it says one cannot produce butter from the milk of the non-kosher animal. Here we go. Since non-kosher milk cannot curdle and thicken when churned. Okay, so there are three different commentary. Actually, you know what, let's continue and then come back. Therefore, Chazal were not concerned that non-Jew would add milk to a non-kosher animal into the milk to be used for butter. Okay, which is good. The non-kosher milk will not blend well, and the butter will be of inferior quality. Accordingly, when Chazal established the prohibition of Chalav Akum, so non-Jewish milk, they limited it to milk and excluded butter. However, in Geonic times, there were Geonim who prohibited butter produced by non-Jews. They were concerned that perhaps non-Jew produced milk to sell or drink as a milk and added non-kosher milk. Subsequently, he decided to turn the milk into butter. Perhaps he could not sell the milk and was concerned that it may spoil. Okay. The butter is prohibited since some non-kosher milk will remain suspended in the butter. Okay. Okay. Based on this concern, this Geonim prohibited all butter produced by non-Jews. Since there was no halachic consensus regarding Chalav Akum butter, the question remained unresolved and remained subject to different customs. Right. So as we said, in some areas in Europe, the accepted custom was to prohibit butter produced by non-Jews, and in other areas, custom was permitted. Custom was permitted. Shulchan Aruch rules that each region is permitted to follow individual custom. Okay, it seems from the Paskim. Wow. That in the previous times, most European and Jewish community had the custom to follow the stricter opinion. Such rules of the custom depend upon the individual strict custom. There is a family tradition and a strict custom of a locale in which he finds himself. One whose family tradition is not to eat Chalav Akum, butter, right, may not eat it even if resides in a city where people do. Conversely, it's a big topic. Okay, it's very interesting. We're going to discuss. I'm actually learning in one of the morning classes. One class is from 10 to 17 minutes tops. The longest class was 17 minutes. So we learn Igras Moshe. Usually it's up to 10, 11 minutes. Right, we'll use Igras Moshe, and it's one of the topics. Very interesting. We're going to add. The newly established Jewish community that had no tradition, exactly what we learned, it's from Igras Moshe, on their own made adapt tradition that permit a Chalav Akum. However, if the tradition of the most inhabitants of the new community is not to leave Chalav Akum butter, this automatically becomes a custom of the new community, and all the inhabitants may not eat Chalav Akum butter. Nowadays, no product is as simple as it seems. Butter is not necessarily plain butter. It may have other additives, such as preservatives and flavorings. Right. Therefore, one who uses non-halaf Israel butter may use the kosher certified butter. Okay, so that's we spoke about it today. In addition, if milk derivatives such as whey or halachic acid are added in the butter may be included in Chalav Akum prohibition. Okay, Nowadays, one who drinks only Chalav Israel milk should preferably use only Chalav Israel bara. Okay, so let's do this piece from the beginning, and it's the remaining commentary, and we're going to see what's going on. So we talk about bara. Okay, so as we said, there is no consensus among the poskim, but today is a much stricter because people, the manufacturers add things to it. For example, from my family, we bought butter like in a wholesale club, like two packs. It's like, I don't know, people who use it like eat the butter, there is no problem. They would eat it maybe in a month, in 2 months. But we don't eat so much butter, like very rare. So I don't know, it got stuck. So now we have butter. Sometimes we use it like a little piece, whatever, for forever, and it's organic, right? It's organic, and it's been in the refrigerator maybe for 1.5 years, and it's still good. So I mean, it's not so easy for butter to spoil, but 1.5 years. So we just go ask my wife, like, when exactly did you buy it? It's still good. It's like fresh. I don't know. So you see that, yes, it says organic, but they added a lot of things so it would not spoil, which is scary. Okay, so I'm not sure. So yeah, for sure there is some things added. Okay. So from the beginning, and we're going to explain. One cannot produce butter from the milk, the non-kosher animal. So which is good, right? Which is good, right? Because since the non-kosher milk does not curdle. Okay. So 21 commentary. Nowadays there is methods of congealing non-kosher milk. Here we go. These methods were unknown in time of Chazal. However, since Chazal did not prohibit butter, we have no power to extend this prohibition. Especially since there is no real concern today that non-kosher milk was added. Okay, so I guess if they produce butter from non-kosher milk completely, there is no problem. I mean, yeah, it would be marked. The package would be marked, and they would charge, I think, even more. Okay. So Ritva knows that non-kosher milk actually does curdle a bit. Okay. However, most of the milk remains in a liquid state, right? So that's why he's going to say later on that it makes the butter inferior, right? So one more time the whole sentence. One cannot produce butter from milk of the non-kosher animal, since the non-kosher milk does not curdle and thicken. Okay, when curdle, when churned. Okay, I guess churned is a process of beating up the butter. Therefore, Chazal were not concerned that a non-Jew would add milk from a non-kosher animal into the milk used by butter. So meaning they were not going to make it inferior. So in case of the milk, yes, as we said, they would use for preservation purposes, to make it fatter, like you understand. But here they would not do it. It's like doing it against themselves. Okay. Non-kosher milk will not blend well in the butter and will be inferior quality. So I guess maybe some spots. So yeah, so people not going to buy it. Accordingly, when Chazal established the prohibition of Chalav Akum, they limited it to milk and excluded butter. So butter is very, very different. Okay, continue. Okay, so meaning they said as the Geonic times were much later. Geonic time, I'm just checking. It's 600 to 1,000 years of years. 600 to 1,000 common era. Yeah, common era. Yes. So much later, of course, right? All right. Okay. Chazal said the Chalav Akum. So okay, but Chazal said only butter, only milk. But in Geonic times, there were Geonim who prohibited butter produced by non-Jews. They were concerned that perhaps a non-Jew produced milk to sell or drink as a milk added with non-kosher milk. So I mean, is it possible they would add this non-kosher milk to their milk? Yes, possible. Is it possible that they would try to sell it? Yes, it's possible. Is it possible that it would not be successful in selling it? Yes. And they would say, if you're not going to do something with the milk fast, So it's going to spoil, so they would make butter, and when butter can be preserved, I'm not sure. I think even without refrigerator for some time. I mean, they put it. I know some people like even before the refrigerator, they put it in the water, cold water, and it's going to stay there. Okay. Okay. Right. So it's possible. Maybe a little far fetched, but it's possible that it happened. So this butter. So and then he decides to make this into the butter, right? This milk that had this non-kosher kosher milk in it, right? And then maybe he remove it if it's on top, just to remove the excess of the non-kosher milk. But some non-kosher milk actually is still mixed inside. Okay. Based on this concern, this Geonim prohibited all butter produced by non-Jews. Okay. And it's very interesting comment. And he said that had the milk blended well into the butter, it would be nullified. Very interesting. I mean, 1 to 60. But since it is it's on the bottom or on the top, so it's it did not blend in. So that's the issue. Okay. So it's as he said, the butter is prohibited since some non-kosher milk will remain suspended in the butter. Right? I'm not sure in liquid states, like maybe small drops or something. Okay. Since there was no halachic concern regarding Chalav Akum butter, the question remained unresolved. So there was no halachic concern regarding Chalav Akum butter. The question remained unresolved and remains subject to different customs. All right, so meaning like maybe they're going to do it or not, and maybe only in this community they do. Another community they don't use don't add this non-kosher milk, milk from non-kosher animals into the milk. So okay, in some areas in Europe, right, the accepted custom that prohibited butter produced by non-Jews. In other areas, the custom was permitted. Right? I'm not sure percentage wise, but it is true that so he said it is in many places. I think he was in Hungary, so they say I think in his place, if I remember correctly, it was permitted in most of the places because they knew that the non-Jews would not add anything because to make the butter inferior. Why? Okay. Shulchan Aruch rules that each region is permitted to follow its own custom. So I mean, I think we see it first time. So it was not consensus that Shulchan Aruch said, okay, you have your rabbis, and the local rabbis would do they would do the investigation. They would talk to non-Jews and see how exactly they do. And non-Jews they're very friendly. I mean, sometimes, right? They would tell you exactly, and he would give you all the secrets of the business. It's like rabbis going to this business about his cousin, this and that, and what they do. So that's absolutely normal, right? And that's exactly how Rabbi Moshe was investigating chicken eggs. It's very interesting, right? So it was about chicken eggs. It was a little different, still in the milk. In olden days, as we said last time, they would collect milk from separate farmers and combine it together and then produce. But now it's like huge corporations of the milk farms, right? It's not like individuals. Okay. Continue. So Shulchan Aruch said, according to rabbis, they would investigate the local custom, what's local do, and that's it. It seems from post-scheme that in previous times, most European Jewish community had custom to follow stricter opinion. Commentary. Aruch HaShulchan, response to Tzemach Tzedek, Yerodaya 75. The word of Shulchan Aruch indicated that it was not the normal custom. I don't know. Okay, so he said in previous time, most of the European Jews adopted stricter opinion. Okay, such rules of customs depend upon both individual strict customs, the family tradition, and the strict custom of the locale in which one finds himself. And it's actually, we learned today in Igras Moshe, it's actually not today, we continue it for already a few days. So the question was asked by a Jew who came after the war, I think it's 1953, from Poland, right? And he is asking Reb Moshe, is he allowed to start dressing like Americans, right? Or he should continue the dress as he was dressing in Poland, right? So I mean, it did not explain what they was dressing in Poland, maybe in a long coat or something. But Reb Moshe allowed him because there is no concern. There is no avodah zarah there. People are doing like many other Jews are dressed like that. Or most of the Jews, there is no problem. So, and it's not exactly American way. It's nothing vulgar, nothing. It's all modest, especially if you see the pictures. All men, even like blue color, like they are all dressed up, even with ties. Okay. They were on a factory, right? For sure. More, like most of them in jackets, most of them hats, like cap or something. Okay. Right. So and there we said if a person moves to a new place, so he's obligated actually to adopt the tradition of the new place. So don't be like a standout. That's not good. Right, whether it be for leniency or for stringency, right? So you're not obligated to continue with your stringency because it's in my mind, and this person is going to look like show off. So all of us in our community do it like this, and we've been doing for some years now, for a few generations. And this guy comes and he starts acting strictly, right? Which is not good. It's like make all us look like inferior, which is not good. You understand? So we have to adopt a custom. And then he said that today we actually learned that when people start moving from one place to another, if they move all together, like I don't know, like it was a non-Jewish place, and then Jews start moving like from one place, from one city to that new place. So they have to continue with their old custom, right? So with the old custom, or if it's completely new place, so in some cases they would allow to start the new custom, right? It's very interesting. Or adopt adopt the custom of that place. Okay, so continue. Such rules of custom depend on both individual strict custom. There is a family tradition, right? His personal family tradition, and strict custom of the locale in which he finds himself. Okay. One whose family tradition not to eat Chalav Akum. Commentary. We use the term Chalav Akum butter because there are those who essentially accept Rabbi Moshe's opinion that today milk is not considered Chalav Akum, but nonetheless avoid drinking such a milk because Rabbi Moshe, that's all, advise doing so. Right? Meaning not drinking. In his opinion, the butter produced nowadays is not Chalav Akum butter. So, in opinion of Rabbi Moshe. Therefore, these individuals have an additional reason to be lenient regarding the butter. So, meaning even if they would avoid drinking Chalav Akum milk, right? But they following Rabbi Moshe, so they in case of the butter, they can follow the same posek and actually be lenient. Perhaps Rabbi Moshe would concede that one is not required to be strict regarding butter, since even milk itself is basically permitted. Okay, so if milk would be permitted, so needless to say the derivatives of the milk. Number 3. Okay. So again, the whole sentence. One whose family tradition not to eat the Chalav Akum butter, but may not eat it, even if he resides in a city where people do. Okay. If he plans to permanently settle in a city whose custom to eat Chalav Akum butter, he may follow the lenient custom. So that's what we learn. So Rabbi Moshe actually says that it's proper to follow the custom of the community. So if you're just there, just visiting, and you're planning to go back, you just follow the custom of your old place because you're attached to the old place, right? You're here only temporary. But if you move there permanently, you have to adapt the new customs. Okay, is everybody doing that? No. Some people like to be stringent in some areas. Conversely, one whose tradition is to eat Chalav Akum bara may not eat it if he finds himself in a city where people do not. Okay. A newly established Jewish community. So one more time. Conversely, one whose tradition is to eat Chalav Akum bara may not eat it if he finds himself in a city where people do not. So meaning. He had a lenient custom, he comes to a city with adopted strict custom, don't do it. A newly established Jewish community that has no tradition of its own, right, completely new community, may adopt the tradition to permit Chalav Akum bara. Okay, so meaning, since there is a leniency and of course there is a Kosher certification, so they can eat this Chalav Akum bara. However, if the tradition of the most of the inhabitants of newly community is not to eat Chalav Akum bara, this automatically becomes the custom of the new community, and all inhabitants may not eat Chalav Akum bara. So, meaning if they start moving, or like this, in some sense, like that's what's our target today, like a mass move. In where we live, there are a few towns that they build completely. They just build territory, right? They build bought like land, and start building only for their community. So they would not sell to strangers. That's it. And then they move from Williamsburg, right? Very interesting. So absolutely kosher, and there is a sign that drives non-Jews crazy. Women walking on one side of the road, like sidewalk, like road on one side, and men walk on another. Okay, very nice. Okay. I mean, in Israel, this lefty liberal would not let them alone. But here, since these people they bought the place in their own town, so they can institute the rules. They have like a government or something, like the city hall or something, so they can decide whatever they want. Okay, very interesting. And plus there is no complaints from locals, nobody ever. Okay, continue. So meaning if majority of the people they moved like all together, they right, so we're going to go by majority. But if they were coming around like all different people from come into installments, like from the different backgrounds, so they can choose the new custom, because there is no clear custom, and they can say that we want to use this bara, and same with all other customs. Right. Nowadays, no product is as simple as it may seem. Bara is not necessarily plain bara. As we said, like 1.5 years, how can it possible? And it looks good, it tastes good. I don't know. Right? It may have other additives, such as preservatives and flavoring. Therefore, one who uses non-halaf Israel bara, may use kosher certified bara. So meaning they checked, so there is no problem with the milk. We're learning about here only problem is the milk. Right, and the kosher certification said that there is no additives, they are not kosher. That's it. In addition, milk derivatives such as whey or lactic acid, which may be dairy, okay, added to the bara. The bara may be included in Chalav Akum prohibitions. So let's see, come to it. Only the milk that was used to make the bara is exempt from Chalav Akum prohibition. Milk added afterwards is not exempt. So that's a priceless note. So I would not figure out. Right, so very interesting. So what was exempt? Only milk that was was that was used to produce the butter. But if some this whey or this lactic acid were added before, that's it. I mean, it's that was not the rule before. Like they say, only milk that was if milk that was used to produce butter is exempt, not other ingredients. Okay. Nowadays, one who drinks only Chalav Israel milk should preferably use only Chalav Israel butter, but as we said, it's not strictly necessary. Okay. No problem. So next one is a cream. Okay. So number 2 is cream. There is an additional, there is discussion in halakhic literature whether cream, heavy, sweet, or sour cream, heavy, sweet, or sour cream are similar to butter and excluded from the Chalav Akum prohibition. One who does not eat Chalav Akum butter, may certainly not eat Chalav Akum cream. Okay, so that let's try to understand. So, I mean, I think I'm not a big expert, but I think this sour cream is like it's a one stage when they do butter. If they will do like for some time they would make this sour cream, but if they continue they would make butter. Maybe I'm mistaken. Right, so meaning if they would, some people would be able to eat butter. So right, so the cream, needless to say, at least sour cream. I'm not sure about others. Okay, heavy. I'm not sure what's heavy cream. I don't know. There is a discussion in halakhic literature whether cream, heavy, sweet, or sour cream, is similar to the butter and excluded from the Chalav Akum prohibitions. Okay, so this is commented. The question is whether the thickness of the cream can be compared to that of the butter. So meaning what? Meaning that is it like a solid, like a butter? So and you would see right away that some things were not mixed completely, or it's more like a liquid. So if even this non-kosher milk was added, so it like more would stay there in a more liquidish form. So that's the concern. Okay. One who does not eat Chalav Akum butter may certainly not eat Chalav Akum cream. Okay. Do they have sour cream? Yeah, I think, yeah, they do OUD. Yeah, there is sour cream. Number 3, ice cream. Ice cream is made mostly from milk, not cream. Okay, so here we go. It is its stiffness is caused by freezing, not by thickness of the ingredients, right? Therefore, it cannot be compared to the having cream or butter, and including prohibition of Chalav Akum. Very simple, right? So again, so the sour cream is made mostly from milk, okay, not cream. So cream is so the only leniency we have about butter. So we're trying to compare how is it compared to butter. Okay, that's it. Okay, so it's not. So ice cream is not. It's more like milk. Its stiffness is caused by freezing, not by thickness of the ingredients. Not like we did something to the milk. Okay, therefore it cannot be compared to heavy cream or butter, and included prohibition of Chalav Akum. So we in like simple words. We consider this, what is it? We consider ice cream as milk. That's it. So if you would not drink milk, so you would not eat this ice cream. So and also there is a ice cream with OUD, right? Okay. So next one is yogurt. Similar. I mean, okay. Is yogurt as thick as sour cream? Sometimes I think maybe heavy yogurt. Similarly, there is a question whether yogurt is the same status as butter. Nevertheless, even if Chalav Akum yogurt is prohibited, it may be used as a starter to produce kosher yogurt in the following manner. One, take a bit of Chalav Akum yogurt and uses as a culture in a container of Chalav Israel milk. very interesting. When this milk turns into yogurt, one takes a bit of the yogurt and places it in a second container of Chalav Israel milk to ferment. A bit of the new yogurt is placed in a third container of Chalav Israel milk. The resulting fourth yogurt is considered Chalav Israel yogurt. Okay, so now we're going to see how to make Chalav Israel yogurts. Okay, so let's see. So again, I mean, like in my childhood, that's what did we buy yogurt from the store? Maybe sometimes, but mostly we eat the homemade yogurt. Okay. So again, similarly, where there is a question whether yogurt has the same status as butter, right? Because of the thickness. Nevertheless, if Chalav Akum yogurt is prohibited, let's say it's not, and it's more like milk, right? So it is prohibited. It may be used as a starter to produce kosher yogurt in the following manner. So you need some like existing yogurt, and you need milk in order to make more yogurt. Okay. One takes a bit of Chalav Akum yogurt and uses as a culture in a container of Chalav Israel milk. Okay, so that's first container milk, and they put a yogurt. I'm not sure what proportion. I think maybe a teaspoon or two of them, and not a lot. When the milk turns into yogurt, so in the first container, one takes a bit of a new yogurt and places the second container of Chalav Israel milk to ferment. Okay. A bit of the new yogurt is placed in a third container of Chalav Israel milk. The resulting fourth yogurt is considered to be Chalav Israel. Okay. Right. So that's the procedure how you can use this non-kosher. I mean Chalav Israel yogurt. Chalav Akum yogurt in order to produce Chalav Israel yogurt. Okay, no problem. Next one is powdered milk. There is opinion that permits use of powdered Chalav Akum milk. However, other poskim disagree. So I think in one of the commentaries last time, I think we said this Chazon Ish was lenient, especially in the time like when the war started in Israel, like after 1948, right? So that was very hard time for people. So he actually permitted this powdered milk. Next one, number 6, cottage cheese. See chapter 13, section 3, okay, where we discuss the use of non-Chalav Israel cottage cheese. Okay, so it's next chapter. Okay, I think I thought I don't remember what we said. Okay, so it's next chapter. Discuss non-Chalav cottage cheese. Essentially, one that drinks only Chalav Israel milk, who eats only Chalav Israel cottage cheese, should eat only. So I mean the cheese, this cottage cheese is produced from the milk, right? They separate the milk from the whey, right? I mean they cook, and then it's like congealates and they separate whey, and that's it. That's how they make. So basically, it is the milk. So if this milk initially was forbidden to him, like and it's I'm not sure. I mean, cottage cheese. So cottage cheese, it's not like butter for sure. Okay. It could be very, very thick. It could be like very dry, but it could be very not liquidy, but not as dry, very soft. Let's see. There are individuals today who drink only Chalav Israel milk, but nevertheless eat non-Chalav Israel butter, cream, yogurt, and powder milk. Very interesting. This is because they essentially follow the opinion of the Rabbi Moshe Feinstein Zatzal, that regular milk today, used today, is not considered Chalav Akum. Okay. They follow, so meaning, right, and plus Rabbi Moshe said, so right, concerning concerning milk, so he said preferably, even though it's not Chalav Akum, it's preferable that you use Chalav Israel milk. But all other things he did not say. Only use Chalav Israel. They followed Rabbi Moshe's advice that one should be strict. So it's not meaning that he called it strictly, like he would straightforward, not a halachah, but strictness. Should not be strict and drink only Chalav Israel. Okay, should. However, regarding butter, cream, yogurt, and powdered milk, which may be permitted even when they made from a real Chalav Akum, they follow Rez Moshe's essential lenient position that the milk in the United States is not included in Chalav Akum prohibitions. Okay, so meaning they take his suggestion about the milk, but the others this just stays the same. While his position may be logically sound, most individuals who drink only Chalav Israel milk use only Chalav Israel cream, yogurt, and powdered milk as well. Okay. However, one who has difficulty acquiring Chalav Israel cream, yogurt, and powdered milk should not feel that he may just as well drink. 1 second, sorry. However, one who has difficulty acquiring a Chalav Israel cream, so if you start using cream, does not mean that they just cancel everything. Okay. However, the one who has the difficulty acquiring Chalav Israel cream, yogurt, and powdered milk should not feel that he may just as well drink Chalav Israel, non-Chalav Israel milk. So if I can do that, maybe I should just switch completely. Rather, according to the Rabbi Moshe finds in the Tzal, he may use this product, but should drink only Chalav Israel milk if possible. Okay, if possible. So actually, let's do one more part. Let me quickly check time. Okay, yeah, we have time. So let's do one more part and we stop. So part number 4, dairy ingredients and equipment. We have discussions, right? What is dairy equipment? Dairy ingredients. Many products include dairy ingredients. One who drinks only Chalav Israel, like a cookies or something, right? With milk. There is dairy cookie, right? Dairy ingredients. One who drinks only Chalav Israel should not eat any product that contain non-Chalav Israel ingredients, period. Very straightforward. So if you drink only Chalav Israel milk, you should not eat OUD cookies. Okay. These include lactose, whey, casein, I have no idea, and caseinates. So whey, there is a question, there is a commentary. There is a question as to whether whey is included in prohibitions of Gevinas Akum, okay, which is stricter. Gevinas Akum, as will be explained in the following chapter. Okay. So again, if they include ingredient lactose, whey, casein, and caseinates. Okay. They say see you next chapter. Okay. One should check the ingredients of the products. Okay. So if of course he has to see if it's kosher. So if it's kosher and then you see D, so like D means some ingredients. I guess most likely milk or butter or some. Actually, it's hard to know. So if it's butter, so maybe it could be lenient. Okay. It's not such an easy question, but you can always send an email or call this Kashrut agency and ask them what exactly ingredients make it dairy. Okay. One should check the ingredients of all products. All kosher products under kosher supervision that are dairy should have marking of D or dairy next to the symbol of the supervision agency. Okay. So, dairy, do they say it? I think, yeah, I think I saw dairy, the word dairy, yes. Okay, but usually it's D. Okay. So and then if a person drinks only Chalav Israel milk, so he has to check all of the ingredients. So what exactly there is what is it? Is dairy. Next one is dairy equipment. Many products made of part of ingredients only, but are produced on equipment that was used for dairy, right? So meaning it's possible. Non-Chalav Israel products as well. I like chocolates, not chocolate, like maybe nuts in milk chocolate, something possible, or cookies or milk cookies, dairy cookies. Okay. There is a question whether one who drinks only Chalav Israel milk use these products, meaning the products are parv, but they were produced on a dairy equipment. Similarly, it is questionable whether he may eat dairy foods in a home or one who cooks non-Chalav Israel products. So a person has to do his investigation. So before going to somebody else's house. So it's absolutely normal to ask these questions nicely, politely. What Kosher you use for meat, this and that, for milk. I mean, if you're planning to eat dairies there, okay. So that's absolutely normal questions. Okay. Essentially. So I know one family, actually I saw them today, and they're very strict. They're so strict, I don't know, it's very strict. And once we bought something, like a big container, and we said, let's split. And we say, okay, but we're going to get delivery. And I said, we can take half and give you another half. Right? And then I understood that they're hesitant against split. We didn't need so much, and they didn't need that much. So none of us would need the whole container. So, and then I understood what's going on. I said, you know what? Let's do it opposite. I'm going to deliver to you. You take whatever you want, and with a plastic spoon, and just leave the spoon. Because they start talking maybe you use only plastic spoon. Are you using a separate silver for part of this and that? So I got it where the wind is blowing. It was a cold thing. It was called salad or something. I don't know, whatever was it. So it was So it was for me. It was a little too much. They don't trust. I mean, it's their own business. But just so you know, we were very close to these people, to this family, and not very close, but right, whatever. So, but and the wife, his wife, was very strict. So she said. So I said, you know what? I'm going to bring to your house. You take whatever you want with your plastic spoon, and leave the spoon in there. That's it. How about that? And we did exactly that. Baruch HaShem. So when I'm trying to say, when people ask you this question, or you see the hesitant, so don't get offended. So don't get offended. Essentially, one who follows the opinion of those poskim, who maintains that governed and supervised milk is included in Chalav Akum prohibition, should refrain from using these products since they are made of non-kosher Chalav Akum equipment. Right, so meaning for that person is not kosher Chalav Akum, right? So I mean when it says OUD DE, right? I'm not sure if I saw lately DE. I'm not sure. It's not like I'm checking products, but maybe I think they made a change. If I remember correctly, they don't have any more E. So it's dairy equipment for E, right? They just do D. Okay, so it's dairy. However, one who follows Rabbi Moshe Feinstein, a lenient view position, right? As Rabbi Moshe advises, drinks Chalav Israel may perhaps use these products. Common custom is to be lenient and use these two cases. Okay. One should consult one's Rav. So I mean, even if they had a run before that on for dairy products. I mean, it's so minute, like it's must be just a dust, or like they do some cleaning, right? Maybe not such a thorough cleaning, but they do such cleaning. So maybe some dust. So like after all of this said and done, it's very, very negligible. Okay. And it's first and second. Who said that they did it daily before the daily run before your cookies, or before your cookies? Yeah, before your cookies, or nuts, whatever. Okay, so continue. And there is one commenter. It says, "However, Rabbi Moshe finds in Igras Moshe Yorek Deya 231 at the end, Rabbi Moshe rules that one who is strict, Rav Moshe, as Rav Moshe advises, and does not use regular milk, should kosher utensils that was used for non-Chalav Israel milk." Right, so meaning for that person who uses only Chalav Israel milk, if somebody cooks there something like a regular milk, right, OUD for example, right, so for him his utensils became a non-kosher. While Rav Moshe is referring to there as a ben yama utensil, and perhaps would be lenient regarding non-ben yama utensils. See Igres Moshe. So okay, so what does it mean? So Rav Moshe, he is talking like when he said that you should kosher only if it was used in less than 24 hours. But if you let it stand for 24 hours, make this utensil not ben yama, meaning non-ben yama, we explained that the taste that was absorbed in a vessel is spoiled. It's not the taste of the milk. It's like nothing, right? So maybe you don't need in this case to kosher. That's the thing. It seems that he is strict. He is strict even regarding non-ben yama utensil. Yeah, no, I was wrong. So he said about ben yama for sure. Like if it's less than 24 hours, and even looks like he seems that he is strict regarding non-ben yama, meaning that more than 24 hours. However, these responses are referring to the initial use of Chalav Akum utensils, non-Chalav Akum utensils. Our question related to the foods cooked in the utensils. Since we normally assume the utensils are non-ben yama, so this usually so meaning that this utensil was not used in the past 24 hours, the food may be unaffected, right? So meaning if they cooked milk, right? They cooked milk in a pot, it's somebody else's pot that was used for Chalav Akum, right? Chalav Akum. So meaning like for us, in some sense, it's not kosher. But if it was more than 24 hours, so the food is permitted. Since we normally assume the utensil was not ben yama, the food may be unaffected, right? As we said. Therefore, perhaps one who drinks only Chalav Israel may nevertheless eat foods cooked in a home of a non-Chalav Israel that uses non-Chalav Israel milk. One more time this sentence. Therefore, perhaps someone who drinks only Chalav Israel milk may nevertheless eat foods cooked in a home that uses non-Chalav Israel milk. I'm not sure what does it mean. Like in what sense? I mean, they would not be able to use to eat non-Chalav Israel milk. I'm not sure what situation he is referring to. Eat in general, maybe. I don't know. See the sponsor, Emes Yaakov, Yorek Deya 115, who maintains that one may rely on lenient opinions regarding foods cooked in a non-Chalav Israel pot. Right. So maybe they use part of, I guess, maybe they use pasta there. You cooked it for pasta. Okay. This should apply to manufactured foods as well. One may assume that machinery was not used for non-Chalav Israel products in the previous 24 hours. Okay. Thus, it seems that one who eats only Chalav Israel product should be able to use product manufactured on dairy equipment. So there is no dairy, it's equipment. Maybe it was not used in past 24 hours, right? So we can combine all of the leniencies. Right, so we can stop here. We got up to next chapter, and next chapter is Prohibition of Yeshivah Akum. Okay. Right, so let me see if you have any questions. 1 second. Sorry. Apologize, it's loading. So I see the questions, but let me quickly see if we have. So let's do first some question that relate to the topic we just discussed. Okay, so first question. Someone does not consume Chalav Akum. Okay, does not. How does this apply to a dairy equipment? Okay, if there is a non-dairy product, there is DE, right? Can a person eat it from it? So yeah, so it's actually was the last sentence that we said. So I mean, there is some leniencies, and yeah, so there's some leniency that allowed people to use this dairy equipment. So dairy equipment again means that there is no dairy. There is no dairy. It could be nuts. I saw nuts dairy equipment. Right, because some nuts they fry with I guess with milk or something. I don't know. Or they do cookies on the same equipment. Right, so it's dairy equipment. Yes, so according to the lenient opinion, that there is no problem. So yeah, we can even a person use Chalav Akum only. He can use things for like produce on dairy equipment. So next one on the topic. Just to clarify, we cannot switch off being Chalav Israel. Cannot switch off being Chalav Israel if we're in an area with no access to Chalav Israel. Just to clarify, we cannot switch off being Chalav Israel. So a person strictly if we're in an area no access. No, it's actually if it's not available, it's not available. So Moshe says it's preferable if it's not available, not available. So you can actually switch. Do I understand? You can switch. There is no problem, right? I mean, in the big cities it's simpler, but it depends how big is the community there. So I remember we went in some remote community. There is a big community. I'm not sure they don't keep kosher. But because the prices there, like for meat, for chicken, was, I mean, double minimum what we pay, maybe double or triple, right? And I don't think salary there is like where I live. I think a little high. I mean, rent's more higher. I don't know, but it was very, very expensive. Okay. Continue. So next one. So okay. So the answer is yes. You can switch. Okay. So especially if a person adopted this Chalav Israel based on the notion that somebody told them that it is actually Halachah and other milk is not kosher. You understand? So it was this custom was adopted on the wrong pretenses. Okay. So continue next. Question about Chalav Akum. I wonder if baby formula is under the prohibition of Chalav Akum. No. As we said, I mean, some people, many people go leniently, right? And they use Chalav Akum first. So baby is not obligated to eat Chalav Akum. It's preferable, like possible, if you have, but otherwise, yeah, you can use you can use this regular one. And I think there was one of the in the notes last time, I think. So if a baby would not eat any Chalav Israel or Chalav Akum formula and only eat some non-kosher, so I mean in some cases you can rule leniently and give it non-kosher milk. I mean not kosher means it's not like from the pig, but without kosher certification. That's what it means. Okay, so I mean, but it's more lenient for children, more lenient basically. Okay, but preferably, I mean, of course, feed them good food. I mean, it's I don't want to say that one is not good, but okay. So yeah, that's all on the topic. So let's go to the beginning and we try to understand, like answer other questions. So first question, Rabbi, regarding following the community custom, isn't there some difference between Sephardim and Ashkenazim in this regard? Okay, and how should someone who's still in the process of conversion approach this? Okay, say he is following Sephardi custom of Rav Ovadia Yosef, okay, but moves to the place of mostly Ashkenazim. No, this is different. So if like it's not that. So if this custom is actually, if you're Ashkenazi, you follow Ashkenazi custom, right? But if Ashkenazi people in that place, they act differently, they different customs, so you have to adopt their custom. And it says if it's stricter, you should go stricter. If it's lenient, you should go lenient. Or I would say if you decide to go stricter, do it behind closed door and don't tell anybody. Understand? Because as we said, it's not proper. Right. So one time I said something like I was like my mind was preoccupied and I wanted to the ground swallow me. That's like so embarrassed it was. Understand? So I tell you the situation. So it was after the Shabbos end, and I think it was rainy or something. And the guy was telling like he was getting like a very nice sweet guy. I should like all of them sweet or very sweet, like no semi-sweet, all of the sweet or very sweet. And the guy said he had a car there. Several people come with the car. Like before Shabbos, they park next to the shul, and after the Shabbos, they just give everybody that. And the guy said, "Please come to our car." Like why do not want to come? Like all these things, I had too much on my mind. And there were people staying around and look at me. Why I don't want to get right if it's raining or something? So I said no. I go, but I've been in the town like 72 minutes. Oh, everybody look at me, and I want to like be swallowed from the like. Why would I say so? Because for them it's like they go by these 45 minutes, 50 minutes, and for them it's like embarrassing a little. So, but if I keep quiet, I can pray with them more. There is no problem. By the time I get home, it's past the 72 minutes. You understand? So if like it was lesson for me, like lesson learned, I'm never going to say it again. Like whatever. But if a person is want to what I'm trying to say, so I learned this lesson hard, and I saw like people look at me. So not good. It's not good. Not good. Right, so meaning if you want to keep the stricter custom, just keep it, but don't make sure. Remember that community does otherwise, and right, inside like together with community, do as they do, 100%. Don't contradict them. Right? Okay. So that's introduction. Okay. Regarding different Ashkenazi, so it goes by if you're Ashkenazi or Sephardi, also Sephardi different people, right? So they're different people. So there is one of our students goes to what is it, Syrian minion, right? Syrian, they're totally different. They're totally different siddur. Real custom is okay. So it's not like Sephard when I was praying in Sephardic minion. So it's like it has nothing to do with that. Totally different. Okay, so continue. And if and how should one who is still in the process of conversion approach this? Say he's following Sephardic custom, Rav Ovadia Yosef, right? Moves to Ashkenazi community. So just you do your custom, and that's it. You can bring your siddur in the synagogue, and that's it. I mean, but you have to be careful with people who you invite in your house, right? because there are some things are very very different, and it's not so simple. It's not so simple if they can eat you in your house, and it's because some things for them would be forbidden, for you it's permitted, but it's not so simple. I give you example. I will give you example. Even though I heard the answers, this answer is not satisfactory to me. Right? His example: Ashkenazi would not be allowed to warm up food that was with a liquid. Right? So even if food completely dry, but there is some liquid on the bottom, right? So, or some sauce or some like a gravy, so we would not be able to warm it up. So, right? So unless it's food completely 100% dry, you would be able to warm up. But for Sephardim, there is no problem. They can use for a soup. They can put soup on a blech and let it warm up. I don't know how long it's going to take. But let's say even 3 hours, even 4. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But the thing is that they can do it. So if for me it is forbidden food. So if I would do that, if I do it in my house, right, for whatever reason, so this food would be forbidden for me until after Shabbos. For them it is allowed. So how can I eat in their house? Right? Even though according to their custom they don't do anything wrong, but according to my custom it's very wrong. This food would be forbidden to me, and I would not be able, and I'm not able to ask, not allowed to ask non-Jew to do this for me. Right? Even though it's only rabbinical, it does not make any difference. Does not make any difference. Right? So I cannot do whatever. I cannot ask non-Jew to do for me whatever is forbidden to me. So I cannot ask another non-Jew, needless to say, even it's permitted to him. You understand? So that's the thing. So all these things we have to take into consideration. Some other things, right? On Pesach, yeah, Sephardi should not invite Ashkenazi to their home, for sure not. No. Other way around, there is no problem. So Sephardi can come to Ashkenazi home on Pesach and eat. There is no problem, right? Because in this sense, Ashkenazi custom much stricter. So, and they would not eat rice, they would not eat beans, and much stricter. Right, so it's not so simple. But again, you go to you choose whatever custom you want. Just don't do it in everybody's face, and that's it. Right. No problem. Okay, so continue. Next question. How much we're allowed to go with in the modesty regards? Modesty regards. How much we're allowed to go with this in the modesty regard? Okay. On the lenient side, women wearing minimum halachic requirements with modesty, sometimes even less. On average, is Jewish community. Okay. Would it be a concern if one stands out by wearing longer skirt and sleeves and looser clothing? Okay. What about do it in community? What about going to a community temporary that has a very specific way of dressing? Should we be concerned standing out, and should we get the new clothes? That's a very good question. So let's do from the beginning, and we try to understand what it says. Maybe we understand what it says, or what to answer. How much allowed to go with modesty regards? Okay. One on the lenient side, women wearing minimum halachic requirements with modesty. Sometimes even less on average Jewish community. So these customs that we are talking about, we're talking about this holy custom from the today. I'm taking specific example. This custom from the way of the days of Geonim, from like after Gemara, of course, right? So these holy rabbis could not agree that this custom or that custom, because that custom was holy and that custom was holy. Whatever these people do minimum requirements, it's not according to any halacha. It's a halacha made in their sick mind because they watch too much TV and all of these people on the street. You understand? So here it's not like you breaking anything. I would say go all the way. If you modesty, we go all the way. So as one clown said, sometimes clowns say right things. But I heard it a long time ago. One clown calls himself Rabbi. He told another guy, his Talmud, that he became clown. I blocked him. I blocked both of them, right? So he said the right thing, and I was impressed. This guy said, "I'm going to university," and he said, "Rabbi, what do you think I should do?" Right? It's a Columbia University, I think. I don't know, I think Columbia. He finished, and he said, "Should I put my kippah on?" So it looks like this guy graduated from Yeshiva, right? And he was in doubt whether to put the kippah on. Very interesting. So okay, so you see, he's on the shaky side. And this rabbi said, he said the right words. They both taught to be clowns, but he said the right words that actually stuck in my mind. Right, and he said, if you wear the kippah there, you're going to attract certain people to yourself. Certain people, like Jews, religious Jews, they're going to be attracted to you because you're like them. If you go without kippah, all other people would be attracted to you. Right, so all of these other drug users and other the girls and something. But even girls, or somebody uses, they see that you're a religious Jew, he's Jew, and that's it. They're going to leave you alone, not even try. So I would say do here the same. Halachah is to go we don't go by minimum, right? So we go all the way. You dress absolutely whatever the best possible way, and let's see. And they see what happens. So for sure, some is going to be women know how to feel you look uncomfortable. For sure, just ignore them, right? And we say the same. We have this clip about Rabbi Akiva, right? The same wife, the holy wife of Rabbi Akiva, Rachel. She trained him with a donkey, like she said, go to the market. Right, I don't know if you know the story. Quickly, the story. So she said that Akiva, after they may get married, you promised me that you're going to learn Torah. He said, yeah, I'm in the process. So she said, no, I have to go to the cheder, with the little kids, to learn Aleph-Beis, alphabet, and you start from there. And he came, and the kids were starting making fun of him. They said, Grandpa, you came to pick somebody up. It's not a break yet. It's morning. He said, no, I'm going to learn with you. So they learn in Aleph-Beis, and he learned in Aleph-Beis, but the difference is they're 6 years old, 5 years old, and he's 40 years old. It's very embarrassing, and sometimes he forgets things, and they start laughing at him, right? And after a few days, he said, Rachel, I apologize. I said that I can, but I cannot. That's it. So she said, listen, my dear Akiva, take a donkey, put a flower pot on it, and go to the market. And he said, okay, is it going to help? She said, absolutely. He went. He came back. She said, what happened? Children were laughing, people were laughing. She said, continue doing. Next day, he came back. What happened? People laugh, but not everybody is the first time. After 5 days, 7 days, nobody were paying attention to him. She said, you understand? So people laugh because it's something new, something unusual. After that, they just turn to their business. So same with these clownesses. Are they going to look at you like you are, I don't know, somebody very modest? Yeah, they're going to look, right? So just ignore it. Honestly, it's only a matter of time. It's only we stand some period of time, and then they're going to even not notice you. So that's a lesson for all of us, right? Because there is no, it should not be no breach on modesty, right? With other things, Chalav Israel, not Chalav Israel. Right, that's the thing. So this Chalav Israel, just so you know, all of these clownesses that wear the wigs from Avodah Zarah longer than our exile, they would not eat Chalav stam, right? They will eat only Chalav is only, right? Only Chalav is they're stricter, but with Avodah Zarah on their head, they're very, very lenient, right? And tight clothes, tight clothing, very, very lenient because it's covered. So okay, so don't be impressed. Okay, I think we answered this question. So don't get a new clothing. Just go in your clothing if they right. So as I said, even somebody said something. It's only a matter of time. Just ignore them. Send them to us, and we're going to tell them. We're going to send them material, calm them down, Beezrat HaShem, and maybe they also become kosher and dress even more modest than you. Guess what? You get all of the rewards. Okay, so you know what, let's make a quick 5 minutes break, and we're going to continue with the next subject and continue this question. 5 minutes. All right, so we continue with our class laws of Yichud, and we're on section which is the topic is primary exemption from to Yichud, right? So there's expression Pesach Pasuach when the entrance to this apartment or to this building, something it's from a public domain, so anybody can enter, like and the door is not closed, or there is last time we're talking about the window, so right, and window opened, right, so completely open, not window, like there is no there's what are the blinds, so I mean everybody can see what's going on inside. So next one section is D5, and it says exemption to Pesach Pasuach through the presence of the windows. Okay. Presence of the window. As explained earlier in D3, okay, a room or enclosed area within unshuttered window facing public area is Pesach Pasuach, and the fact that there is a free visibility into the room precludes the status of Yichud from a room, and seclusion is therefore permitted. So meaning if they indeed that from front room that facing the public street, there is no problem, right? But as we said last time, if it's like further rooms further inside, that would not be visible from outside, so it's not those rooms are not exempt. So number one, window must be eye level to the passersby. Right, so it cannot be, as we said, the third floor or something, right? Second floor, eye level, I'm not sure. I mean, we're going to see. Maybe the second floor is an exception. Okay. So again, window must be eye level to the passerby. Window is not considered Pesach Pasuach unless it provides a ready and easy public view. Right, so it's not behind the trees, the branches, something, right? This means that the window must be at eye level of the person in public area to which it faces. Okay, so meaning that he or she can easily see what is going on inside. Okay, a window that is above eye level of most person in a public area, for example, a second story window, or the one that is elevated above the street level, is not classed as Pesach Pasuach. Meaning even like as you say, like first floor, it is a first floor, but there is a lobby. So lobby, usually the ceilings are higher than you in your apartment, right? So your apartment, yeah, it is a first floor, but it's very high. So nobody's going to see. Maybe they see a chandelier like the ceiling, but that's it. They don't see what's going on. Okay, so that's. So again, the window that is above the eye level, most of the person in the public area, for example, a second story window, or one that is elevated above the street level, is not classed as Pesach Pasuach, even though it is quite possible for someone to bring a ladder, crate, right, ladder crate, or step stool, bricks, etc., to the window area and peer inside. I mean, at second floor you need more than you need a lot of bricks, but but we got the point. So technically, if somebody wants to peer inside, he would can do build something. Okay, so I see figure 6. I mean, okay, so it's a little too much, but we got the point. Most poskim contend that the likelihood for this is to occur is too remote to inhibit Yichud. Okay. They therefore rule that the above eye level window is not Pesach Pasuach, right? So if it's two floors, sometimes I haven't said sometimes the cable guy is going to come, right, and he's going to climb on this on the pole and do something with the wires. Yes, if he turns around, he can see what's going on the second floor. But what's the probability of that? Right, not too big. Okay. So number 2. Large picture window facing the street. A large, so meaning it's a figure 7, like huge one. A large picture window on a second floor or apartment of or a bi-level style home, meaning two levels, okay, style facing the street might nevertheless be considered valid Pesach Pasuach if it is large enough to allow the view of room to those who might simply look up. I mean, if it's a second story, most likely you're not going to see anything, like a top, the ceiling. Okay. The concept of the eye level merely denotes readily visibility without any need for improvisation on a part of passers-by and onlookers. So it is right. So I mean, we expect this sentence, right? So is it like on the eye level? Eye level is here, like it's meaning that very low first floor. Very low first floor. What does it mean? Maybe like 2 steps or something, like two steps up. Right, or even something like walk-in or something. So yeah, in this walk-in you would see. So, where I live in a walk-in, right, there is like one large steps, but with maybe like people do like 2 steps, like two smaller steps, like 2 half steps. So basically, you can stand like outside of the apartment and you can see what's going on in that apartment. So it is first floor. But sometimes on the first floor you have to like do 3 or 4 steps, and it's going to be also called first floor. Okay. So here they say even on the second floor, it's a huge window from wall to wall, and you can see everything that's going on inside. So it does not have to be on eye level. Okay. So it was figure 7. Next one, number 3. Large windows in a well-lit room facing street when late at night. Yes. Okay. So it's very interesting. This large window, and like when it's dark outside, and there's a light there, so you can see everything is going on in that room. Strictly speaking, a person can be permitted to remain in Yichud situation even late at night by standing near a window in a well-lit room directly opposite of the view of neighbor's window. Okay. A similar window, I mean, right, so if it's late at night and you across, and meaning that your neighbors from across the street, they can see through. Let's say there is no trees that block the view, okay. A similar window that faces the street, for example, in a city or suburb, but not quite rural area, and allows clear visibility of passers-by, can also be adequate. Okay, so meaning that there is like a big possibility, some possibility that people would walk by. In such a case, this will require raising the window shades fully, right, so people see inside, so it's to be visible to the outsiders. Okay, while also keeping bright lights on in the room. So meaning like you can see what's going on inside. 1 second. Continue. So it says, however, this or any window solution can only permit Yichud if at least one of the secluded person is constantly in a window there is a public view. So I mean, without this addition, and I'm not sure that he said in parentheses. Okay, I mean, so I was thinking to myself, okay, it's second floor. Like, how can you see what's going on in the second floor? So unless somebody said next to the window, yes, you can see. Like if somebody like further like into the room, like deeper into the room, you cannot see them. So here he clarifies that somebody, at least one of the 2 people, of course, one of them should be in clear view, like in front of the room. Thus, for example, one may not disappear inside the house. For example, to visit the lavatory, even if intending to return shortly. Let's see, momentary Yichud, right, in chapter 2. Unless she remains at the window. So meaning if he needs to go to the bathroom, she must stay next to the window. I mean, practically it's very annoying, of course. Nor it is permitted to have the house, leave the house, unless she remains behind the window until he exits. Right, so meaning if he's not in the house, there is no problem. But if he's still like going down the stairs, maybe still in the restroom, so she has to be standing by the window. Okay. Conversely, a woman may not go inside at all, nor leave the house before him. Very interesting. Even if he remains at the window. Okay. This entire opinion is thus truly only practical for brief periods. For example, if others are expected to return shortly, meaning that she is going to be stand next to the window and he would be able to go to places. I don't know. That's right. So he said only temporarily. Continue. Under the proper conditions, a brightly lit interior that offers clear visibility to the inside can be equivalent to Pesach Pasuach, even late at night, because it draws attention of anyone who might happen to happen by. Right, it's very interesting. So if the whole neighborhood is sleeping and there is one room, it's like one window like brightly lit, and the shades are drawn up. Okay, right. This arrangement eliminates any sense of privacy from those inside who are visible in a part that part of the house. Okay. The above notwithstanding, the leniency should only be utilized in the present circumstances. Right. So again, present circumstances, she's not going to stay next to the window. Sometimes they would decide that's too much, and that's it. So it's like it's only a matter of time until they decide to quit. Okay. So number 4, and we stop, and it says door of clear glass. As with the window, a glass door that allows outsider a full view into the interior of the room or the building is equivalent to Pesach Pasuach, meaning that it's like it has a wide enough angle to see what's going on inside, right? The glass door. Okay, so that's like Pesach Pasuach. With respect to the area that is visible. Okay, so I mean, of course, through the door you cannot see everything. Okay, similar to the unshutter window discussed previously. So, like right in front of the door, it would be Pesach Pasuach. But if they go like deep inside to another room, so it's not Pesach Pasuach. This holds true even if the door is locked, right? Because it's locked, but people can see you from inside. Accordingly, if the outer glass storm door of the house is locked, right, Yichud is nevertheless permitted in front of the door, right? If the front door is open and allows any outsiders stand there to see into the house. So a storm door is like storm door is the first door, like thin door. Right, the next door is a real door. So that real door is like a wooden door or something. The wooden door is open, and this storm door, which is all glass, is closed. Right. So, but through this door, you can see what's going on inside. Okay. However, this is only true regarding the area of the house where occupants are visible. So, he repeats that it's obvious. Like if they go to the corner, like away from the from this door, like be parallel to the door, so of course they're not visible, so it's not going to work out, right? So again, however, this is only true regarding the area of the house where the occupants are visible from outside of the door. This does not permit Yichud in the interior rooms, of course, that are not visible, right? Regarding Yichud in a house with a front door, glass storm unlocked, see D3. Okay, no problem. So we can stop here. So next, next is D6. All right. So let's continue with questions. Okay. So about this with about clothing we said. So next one, I have a question. Okay, absolutely, we answered this. Okay, a question about shidduch. Okay, I wonder if guy's side observed certain stringencies, and the girl is not ready to take on those customs. It is a valid reason to reject shidduch. For example, okay, example is good. Example, if the custom is to the wife to shave, or they strictly halaf Israel, or the other dresses certain clothing, etc. Yes, I mean that's a big one. That's a big one. So we're going to read again and explain. A question about shidduch. I wonder if the guy's side observes certain stringencies. So I mean, usually the tradition goes by the husband, by his side, right? By his side for sure. So and for her, if in her father's house they do some differently, be it stringently or lenient, that doesn't matter. So she should adopt the husband's side. So if husband does not care, but for example he does not care, and he allows her, right, whatever she wants to do some stringency, whatever is it. I'm thinking about examples. I don't know. I don't have any examples. Right, so he can allow her, but technically all others should should go follow the husband. So right, so and if she's not ready, I wonder if the guy's side observe certain stringency, and the girl is not ready to take those customs, right? Is it valid reason for rejection? I think so. For example, the custom of a wife to shave, so she does not want to shave. And guess what? Even like we had this story. Somebody said no, yeah. He said no, I love you so much. Who cares about this thing? And guess what? And then his mother said, and then his brother said, and his uncle said, and his aunt said, and his sisters had something to say about it. And he started pressuring his wife. And guess what? And she said, he said, yeah, but it's not proper. You've been living with us, like a disaster. Right, so right, unless they agreed like in the beginning, and it's clear that he's no problem. So like even right, so like if he has a strong attachment to the family, guess what? He's going to push, right? Right. Okay. For example, if custom for a wife to shave, I mean shave, I understand, but or they strictly on halaf Israel. I mean they would drive her crazy. She likes this. Ice cream, well, that is not halaf Israel, right? And she likes her ice cream, but what is the problem with ice cream? Let her eat ice cream, but he said no, it's not halaf Israel. We're going to throw all of this in the garbage. Okay, so right. Okay, so next question. Rabbi, I think I heard from a Kosher Rabbi that it is required to keep Rabbeinu tam for Shabbos. It's not. In that is that the case? No. Is it? If it is it not, I would like to check that I understand the story correctly. Was the only issue that you publicized the stringency, not actual keeping Rabbeinu tam in a place where most people are not? Yes. Well, okay. So let's try to from the beginning to explain. I heard that from a Kosher Rabbi that requirement to keep Rabbeinu tam on Shabbos. Shabbos. Is that the case? No, it's not. That's not the case. So most of the people keep what is it like? Depends on the region. Like I think at 45 minutes, there is a 51, 52. I don't remember, something like that, and there is 72 minutes. Right. So there is no such. I mean, all of the Hasidim will use 72 minutes. Rabbeinu tam. Right, but some like strong that Yeshivah, many of them, not all of them, but many of them. I'm not sure. Don't ask me the difference. Some like many of them use the Rabbeinu tam, but not all of them. It's not necessary. Okay. So the problem is the story that I published. I mean, the guy was annoying. I mean, they're nice and sweet, and he means well. But sometimes like somebody told you not twice. So I mean, you did diligence and just leave him alone. He wants to get wet in the rain, so let him get wet in the rain. What is it? What do you care? You ask twice. You will be nice, polite. Just leave him alone. So that's the issue. So I publicize this stringency, which is like was not good. Was not good. So, okay. And the lesson for all of us, from my embarrassment, that you have to keep in mind. So I do something differently, strictly. That's more stringent than the community, right? So, and this is optional. As I said, it's optional. So if you want to follow, you follow. If not, not. There's no necessary. Like some people say, there is a Rabbeinu tam tefillin. I mean, the Chabadniks do Rabbeinu tam tefillin. Okay, some other do Rabbeinu. Some people after the years, the age of 40, add like these things. Like some other, like some Hasidim, not all of the Hasidim. I mean, what else? Some Ashkenazim also do Rabbeinu, but to say there is a requirement to put Rabbeinu tam tefillin, absolutely not. Right? And actually, if you read what Mishnah Brura says, Shulchan Aruch, about people that do, so most of the people should hide it in the closet and never take it out, right? Because what Shulchan Aruch said, the Mishnah Brura, so right about all the pretenders. Okay, so next one. Does the front door open leniency apply if there is a large obstruction in the front yard, like a large shrub? No, it's not. Does not apply. Decoration, there is very decoration and has a very slim view of the side ends. No, it does not apply. No. We said like only clearly you can see inside of the room. Like if the door is open, so it's like inviting, so people might walk in, or it's like if the door is closed, the glass, so you can see, or just open, you can see inside. What is going inside? So this thought that people might walk in, so it's going to stop. But if it's between the shrubs, or like we said, or one of the picture was like the house is set like a very like deep inside of the property, so there is a private driveway. That's too much. No, you cannot see what's going on there. Right. Okay. So next one. Our question about lashon hara and slander. Hypothetically, if a guy is obsessed with a girl, pursuing her after her clear rejection. Okay, that's not good. Is she allowed to tell him either directly or through a third party, lashon hara or slanders, about herself, hoping to the guy? It's a very good question. So before we start reading again, so we actually have Halachah, so we're not allowed to say lashon hara about others, and you're not allowed to say lashon hara about yourself unless it is for constructive purpose, right? So whatever this story of me, it's a very embarrassing story, right? Lashon hara, but I told you to teach you a lesson. Right? It was not like for entertaining purposes. It's to teach you a lesson. So maybe it's going to stuck in your head. And when you have accept some of the stringency upon yourself, so you're not going to show off because people did not take it. Oh yeah, good for you. You're such a no. It's not true. You understand? So people get jealous, this and that. Who they like not good. So right. So again, question about lashon hara. So again, we are not allowed to say lashon hara about ourselves unless there is for very constructive purpose. Question about lashon hara and slander. Hypothetically, if guy is obsessed with a girl and pursuing her after her clear rejection, is she allowed to tell him either directly or through the third party lashon hara or slanders? But about herself, hoping that this dude, the guy. I think if a guy is after somebody, so he's not going to believe. So yeah, somebody is in love, for example, he's blind. Everything about her is perfect. So that's why we say, like in general, I'm not talking about this case. I'm just in general. So don't date with somebody unless you see this person on paper. Right, and you agree on the big details on the paper. It doesn't matter like how does she look, like if she's like for example this if he said she shaves the hair, otherwise we're not going to meet. So that's a big one. So he said okay. So what's the like there's no purpose to meet, right? But some people they decide no I better go and I look, and guess what? There was physical attraction. and he said, okay, whatever, I can overlook all the things, we can work out on it. And guess what? They would not be able to work out. Right? That's the problem. But when you see this guy meet this girl, so he's in such like in love with it, like of course it's not love, but right, it's other things like hormones that are playing in his head. He's not going, whatever you tell bad things about this girl, he's not going to take it. He's not going to believe it. You understand? So because he's emotional in love, that sense. So I think in this case, it's probably it's not going to work. He's not going to believe if we try to tell him something negative. Okay, so maybe we try like to say like to calm him down. Maybe like it's not for you, this and that. So continue like don't waste your time here. So you have you're young, you're this, you're that. Have a lot of opportunities. Pursue different opportunities. So that's I would say. But to tell bad things about her, it's not good. So especially maybe he's going to publicize it, like maybe indirectly to somebody else, and I don't know. So it's not good. Okay, so that's next question. Right, question about Parashah Korach. HaShem warned people not only not to stay away from Korach and his congregation, but also from their properties. Right? He said, yeah, from their properties. Can we draw a parallel between this and the recent law by Israeli court that they stopped to finance support Yeshiva? Oh, they did? I did not know. It is like HaShem forces Kosher Torah scholars to stay away from the wicked government's money, aka Korach's possessions, before they utter destruction. Oh, I'm not sure. I don't read news, so it's huge news for me. So in the States, there are some people who always take in England, also in Europe. So there's some people who take money from the government for education, and technically you can understand. So it's not like they're greedy. So it's not. You have to think about it. Right? So we're all where we live. There is a special school tax, right? And you basically you have children, you don't have children, you have 7 children, or you have 2 cats, so you pay the school tax, right? So school tax individual, I think it's based on the property. I like it's like average the same school tax the way I understand for the neighborhood. Let's simplify things. Right, so basically, right, so you paying for example, you're retired, you're 70 years old, right? So you maybe 70 years old, bad example, forget it. Like you're I don't know, 50 years old, right? So you don't have children like they go to school, but you continue paying this school tax. You understand? And this money is being paid on school, or you have a family and you pay the school tax, but your kids do not go there. Use kids like they take money like because they know that you kids live there. Let's say they have census, they know how many people kids live there, and they prepare the school to accept your kids. But guess what? You take these kids and send to school to yeshiva. So technically you save money to the government. Right, to all of this teacher and their pensions, of the unions, all of this, I don't know, all of this new classrooms, all of these things are like huge expenses. You understand? So you save them money. So technically, they should give you like some kind of voucher and said, look, that's why like you want to go somewhere in a acceptable environment. We're going to give you a voucher. So since you pay this money anyway, and you use it somewhere else. That's in a bottle in New York for a long time, as I understand, very long time. So they said, look, we don't send the kids to school. You send on the school buses, this, that, like medium, like a lot. Like I'm not sure, like if you check how much they spend on one kid, like in a public school, it's a huge amount. You can do a private school for each kid. Like simply, it's a lot of money, a lot. You understand? So technically, like to say that they do something wrong because they take this money to yeshiva, kids yeshiva, it's not true. It's not true. So you can, what I'm trying to say, you can argue both ways. But but here's the thing: they want to the way I understand, they're not talking about yeshiva for kids. I don't think so. I mean, I don't know the law, whatever, but they for adults, so like for kollels. That's what they saying, right? So kollel, so they were given like $500, $700, a person. So here in the States and all other countries besides Israel, so they will be support them from our own money, like private money. Right? It's their occupation. Community decided. Community wants the blessing. So what do you want? When you want the blessing, what you ask celebrity to live in the neighborhood? No, you create kollel. You create kollel. Right? You create a holy environment, right? And you pay them salary, so people donate. You pay them salary, and that's it. But in Israel, it was then supported by government. So, and when you're supported by somebody, they can tell you what to do. So I know it's firsthand. It happened to me just a few days ago. We were using something, and a person saying now it's going to be like this. Okay, so I mean he's a boss, she's a boss. Whatever they can tell us whatever they want, right? So we have to jump. So if you want to use our money, our resources, so that's the deal. And for me it makes perfect sense, right? Right. So, but now, if they are going to separate from this government, I think it's going to be a big blessing. So now, no government will be able to tell them that we feed you. And guess what? HaShem is going to provide for these people. People are going to donate. So now, these people from these scholars are going to go around the world, first of all, and collect money. And there are many useless people who go there. Just so you know. Just so you know, I was in Israel. I had uncle that is in Haifa, right? Haifa, right? Up north, right? And I would visit and visit him, and there is few callers, and you see the guys standing and smoking cigarettes. It was an emergency, blocking the road, whatever. I mean. We just stood, and the guy was standing I was standing in traffic, one lane, right? And it was blocked. So there is no way to go. The guy was speaking for 10 minutes, smoking. He just finished one cigarette. They started another. These learners. It's not Rabbi Eliash's. Not everybody who goes to call Rabbi Eliash's. Let's put it this way. Not Rabbi Vadia. Let's be realistic. So this system is going to flush these people out. I mean, because they're not learning, that they're useless, basically. It's killing themselves. You understand? Maybe they can do something more productive in their life. And the rest of the people are going to support. HaShem is going to find them support, right, from kosher sources, not from the wicked government. And that wicked government would not have to have say anything. So, for example, Hasidim do not take from government. Not in Israel, not in America, right? They say, okay. So, but in this case, these people, Department of Education, cannot come to Yeshiva and tell them what to do. So, I mean, there is basic requirement that the math and English. That's it. That's the main two subjects. Maybe the third. I'm not sure. Maybe something else, science, maybe, right? But okay, they speak some English and they do some math. And guess what? They self-sufficient communities. There are many rich people without the colleges, without higher education, without these private tutors. Okay, right? Hashem is guardian and is protecting these holy people. You understand? And it's actually where I live. It's one of the most expensive neighborhoods. This Borough Park. It's prices like in Manhattan. And the houses, if you think the houses fancy, nothing fancy, nothing schmancy, just because in a holy community, right? So that's what it is. And but you need to have money to pay for these houses. Guess what? They buy everything around. Baruch Hashem, may Hashem bless them, and they have businesses on Amazon, whatever they do, may Hashem bless them, and they don't depend on the government. Right? But if you start taking money, if you start working for somebody else, they can tell you what to do. Right? They can put restrictions. I know firsthand. Okay. Right. So let's continue with the question. I apologize for the. Okay. So it says, But I have a question about Korach. I will learn so Hashem warned people not to stay away from Korach and his congregation, but also their property. So meaning, even if you borrow this needle, right, from Korach, you have to like drop it on the floor because it's going to go like to the pit. It's going to roll to the pit. So meaning that Hashem destroyed. So from here we see how Hashem does not like when these clowns rebel against kosher people. So he destroyed them. He destroyed their wives. Okay, wives maybe they, especially this Korach's wife was very supportive, right, an instigator in this case. But all of the suckling baby, like baby when you were like 6 months, 3 months, 7 days. So what the baby do, right? So even baby get to be killed. You understand? So it's the person when he thinks about it, it's like now it's my addition, right? So if you know the consequences that even my children are going to suffer in the children, so it should person stop. Like this thing with the mamzer. So this woman, yeah, she's passionate about this guy, this and that, but if she understands that if I'm going to have this mamzer, he or she is going to suffer till the end of the days, maybe I should not date this guy while I'm still married to somebody else. You understand? So can we draw a parallel between this and recent law by Israeli court? I mean, it's very upsetting, but it's time to move on, I think. Right? It's been cooking, I think, for a long time. They hate religious people very much. Current that stop to finance and support issue. Okay. So is it parallel to take all of the money? Let them. It is like Hashem forces kosher Torah scholars to stay away from the wicked government money. Okay. Yes. Okay. Korach has possession. Okay. Before the utter destruction. Okay, of course. I mean, yeah. I mean, maybe there is a parallel. Hopefully, they're going to do teshuva, and there is not going to be distraction. But with some people, like I have one student, sweet boy, and he's in Yeshiva, and he's trying to help somebody with Kam Habrit issue. But people say no, it's not chorus. This boy, I said, please stop it. I said, you know well. So if the guy does not want to listen, he does not want to listen. It doesn't matter. You gave him sources. He said no, that's what not they mean. Like just leave him alone. You understand? So some people you just have to leave alone. Okay, because I mean, if they don't want to do the show, they're not going to do the show. This is what I understood recently. Rav Mizrahi Shlitas. Shiur, okay, and I have not checked the news for confirmation. I mean, if he said he's, I think he said he has, I don't know, somebody, his students in the government, at least used to. So I mean, I think it's kosher information if he says. Next question. Our question about middos and or ideology. I wonder if strong sense of justice is a good midah. Good question. Sometimes when one has a strong sense of justice, they can enraged by the wicked behavior and strive for justice. What would be the potential concern for this midah, and how to use this midah to serve God? HaShem. Very good question. So let's try. So is a strict justice is good? No, Hashem said, in the beginning it says Elohim. It's strict justice, the attribute of strict justice. If he's going to continue running the world with strict justice, like nobody is going to be left alive. So that's the big issue. That's the big issue, right? So he tempered his strict justice midah with a mercy, right? The word Hashem, Yud K, Vav, and K. So that represents mercy. Right, so Hashem said that this world cannot exist on strict justice. So now we're trying to apply the strict justice ourselves. And the issue is that if you're going to apply only strict justice, in Shamaim they're going to judge us with strict justice. Meaning what? That it says that Hashem judges the people according to their own judgment. I don't remember exactly the wording, but something like. And now sages explain what they ask a person, what is Halachah? What's halacha? The same way this prophet Nathan, right? He came to David and said, Your Majesty, what should we do with the guy who is a rich guy? He has a lot of sheep, and he stole the sheep of poor man, right? It was the only possession, and slaughter for his guests. What should we do? And this guy, David got angry, got very jealous, and he said, "You should kill him. This guy, like a rich guy, who do you think he is? Like to steal from poor people? Has a lot of sheep, and he steals the last sheep from somebody else." And he said, "It's actually a parable about you, right? So you have many wives, and you and this guy Uriah Hahiti had only one wife, and you took this wife. Like why would you do that?" So and suddenly, David realized that he pronounced his own judgment. You understand? So that's what we have to remember. So when we judge, whatever we judge, whatever we say is fair. So they in Shemaim say, "Oh, he said it's fair." It's not us who say. We would judge this case a little leniently or merciful, but he said, she said it's fair. Okay, we're going to apply the same judgment to him, to her. So that's the problem. So we don't put ourselves in that situation. So it's not like you have to be lenient with everybody. So there is a line. So we're going to explain it. Right. So I wonder, a strong sense of justice is a good midah. Okay. So it's good midah, but okay. So but it depends how you're going to use it, right? Sometimes when one has a strong sense of justice, they can enrage by the wicked behavior to strive for justice. So to get upset with the wicked behavior, there is no problem, right? There is no problem, and it's proper. So the problem is with people when people being indifferent. That's for me, it's the biggest problem. They're indifferent to what's going on. They care about their stomach, and that's it. So for me, that's the biggest thing that bothers me personally, right? So it's for justice is bothering. What should be the potential concern for this midah? The justice is good, the truth is good, emes is good, but it have to be put in a context. You understand how I can practically resolve this issue, or at least affect somehow. Maybe affect these people who is the perpetrator, maybe stop him or her, or maybe help the victims somehow. So if it's for constructive purpose, so meaning that you're not just the people they just turn away, somebody's dying in the street, so sorry, I'm going to look this way. So it's not proper. So I would say we have to look at each individual situation in a proper context, right? And so this jealousy, for HaShem, for His honor, it's absolutely good, right? It's absolutely good and proper. But to the judge and start being put ourselves as a judge and executor at the same place, so it's not proper, right? So we have to apply our brain, not to be so strict. So, for example, some things going on in my life with one of our students, being overly zealous with whatever things. And now they reported to me, and they used my name that I said. Even I never said that. Whatever they said, I know they unfortunately, right? So, but and they say you have to condemn, you have to do that. These students actually very zealous for the truth, and maybe a little younger because youth is also in a hat. You have to calm down, you have to balance the things. But to condemn, I'm not going to condemn. You understand? So the person is zealous, all other people quiet. They do not care what's going on. They care to be nice to themselves, to be likable. And one person speak up. Okay, speak up something not right, but it's fixable. You understand? So it's I think it's very praiseworthy midah. Continue. Next one. I wonder if it is a heresy or bad middos to think one would like to switch from a blue collar career to a white collar career, it would be easier. Being that Hashem controls parnasah and the amount of suffering It seems that the people will be more scared to act animalistic. Blast dirty music and such things in the white-collar jobs as well. So may it be more kosher. Okay. So let's read from the beginning. I think there are two separate ideas. Let's try to understand. So, Rabbi, I wonder if there is heresy or bad middos to think that one would like to switch from a blue-collar career to the white-collar career. It would be easy. I think there is no problem with that. So I think so. My idea is always in a religious sense. Like when you in a white collar career, so usually you have longer vacations. I'm very practical. Have longer vacations and usually, and it's easier for you to observe all of the holidays. All right. So in this blue collar career, unless your boss is he's a religious Jew. So you're going to work like Muslim Holomet, and for you to take holidays, like for example, he's a construction, he's a mechanic, has like a government contract, he's a contract with Uber, I don't know, like taxi. They need you they need you to work 18 hours. What are you talking about? What holiday? Shmaliday. Okay, take it in July. No, the holiday is today in April. Okay, April, Shmapril. We have you see how many cars we have. You're going to if you go into vacation, don't come back again. So and I pay you good. I'm going to give you a plus. Stop. In summer you're going to take a break, and you know how many people would fall for that? Unfortunately. Right, but usually when you have a blue, like white collar, first of all, physically it's easier job, I think, right? And usually vacations is longer. So meaning even from the start, so you can observe all of the holidays, right? And in my company, later on they adopt the different customs, that every I don't know, you accumulate hours, for some, so how many working hours you accumulate point whatever hour toward your vacation, something like that. So technically you can borrow in from the future hours, and technically even some people who just started white collar jobs, so they say I'm observant Jew, and they were able to keep first day of holiday and last day of holidays. Right, maybe on Tisha B'Av they would need to go to work, but Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah, Sukkot, first days, last day, technically they were able to keep, right? Even unpaid or something, it's easier than the blue collar. Blue collar, they just the guys are always working. I have next to my shul, there's a mechanic shop, Arabs. These animals do not know how to rest. They work. Why I call it animals? They work 7 days a week. 7 days a week from the morning until night, until 8 p.m. They trying to make all of the money. Of course on Shabbos it make some noise. It's their own business. Always work. Never to rest. They're trying to be, I don't know, right? So probably very rich. These people, right? Business is booming by them, right? So try to go to this boss. For example, you're a good mechanic. Let's say you try to go to this boss and say, I need 2 days. So what days off? You see, did you see me to take days off? Yeah, he's making 1800 times more than you. But he said, did you see him take me off? No. Understand? That's the problem. So there is no problem to switch jobs. Right? And HaShem should bless us and have an easier job and make a good living and easy living, right? So the easier, the less stressful person is, the more he can learn Torah. So in my mind, first observing holidays always, the first concern, and is the less stress that you can learn Torah. And HaShem is going to provide, of course. Okay. Right. Being that HaShem controls Parnasah and the amount of suffering. Okay. So a person can get suffering. So he works on a white collar job, right? And get suffering himself. Sleep less and learn more. So take from your sleep an hour and 15 minutes and learn the Torah, right? It is suffering For sure. Okay. So it seems that people will be more scared to act animalistic, blast the dirty music and such a things in the white collar. Well, for 100%. Yes. So maybe it's more kosher. I think so. Yeah, I worked in white collar company for many years. I think people are more educated. They're more like maybe they pretend, but that doesn't matter. It's much like better environment. Okay, it's they want craziness, but it's different. It's not like people in the street, not like in this shop. I see like some of the Muslims, some of the Spanish guys, some of the like other guys, and the guys, younger guys. I mean they're playing, but they can kick each other like in the back, like in the back, in the spine, like because he turned this way, like they're playing, they're like animals. Right? Most likely in the office, maybe a big company, nobody's going to do that, right? Most likely, yeah. They curse like. So continue. Next question. I have a question about middos. I wonder how important is being filial. What is being filial? If someone's family is not religious or even anti, okay, and one does not take in his family opinion into much consideration and choose to stay away from this, not being filial in this way, in the usual way, would this potentially indicate middos problem? So let's read again and try to understand. Wonder how important is being filial if someone's family is not religious and even anti, and one does not take in family opinion into much consideration and choose to stay away from this, not being the filial in the usual way, right? Would this potential indicate middos problem? I mean, I don't think it's just because they're family. Okay, you love their family, right? In general, but to visit them, that's too much, right? That's too much. That's too much. Right? I don't think it should affect the badly on the family. So I have my family also. So my uncles, they do not care about religion. Okay, I mean, they say, can you send me picture? And I send to the uncle, like for a past 15 years, we don't take pictures, right? I mean, some people take pictures every 15 seconds of their life. And I see like on the like I don't know, from this side, from that side, even sometimes Jews, unfortunately, and this keep on their head. I mean, younger generation, maybe, I don't know. So honestly, why would I want to take you say pictures? So this guy, maybe, I don't know, uploads, I don't know. So I personally, I don't take pictures. I don't take pictures of my family, right? Maybe for like Mari sign or something like it's like Ein Hara, and like not to give a bad. I know nobody should know my family like my wife. Like she does not have any pictures, right? So like even for one of our wedding, so some guy asked me last Friday. Right, he said, "How come I don't have a picture from your wedding?" He was the one who gave his blessing under the chuppah. So now after so many years, he said, "Why I don't have pictures?" Like, stop it. You understand? So right. So I mean, with these people, with my uncles, so I have somebody else to communicate with them. That's it. So I mean, there is nothing to talk about. They do not care about religion. But they have question about God. They did not care to listen to the answers. I mean, what can I do? So I mean, we're still family. I love them very much, and they raised me when I was little. Whatever, visiting the whatever was it, right? But that's about it. Is it bad meat? Absolutely not. Right? Right. If somebody is against HaShem and do not care about HaShem, what are you going to talk about? Martin, how long are you exactly? So forget about talking. So let's say that you have a conversation for 7.5 minutes. Then they're going to go against Hashem, and again, guess what? You're going to explode, and then you're going to feel sorry that you ever came here, right? And now you have a plane ticket only 3 days from now. Okay, guess what? you're stuck with them. Right? So you have to look a little ahead and love people like a long distance. Continue. A question about marriage. If one hopes to be a housewife, okay, that's amazing. Is it possible to find the Ben Torah as a zivug? Ben Torah as a zivug. Would this be a concern for her not striving to take financial burden and allowing her husband to study more Torah? So let's read this question again and try to understand. If one hopes to be a housewife, okay, is it possible that to find the Ben Torah is a zivug? Would it be a concern for her not striving to take financial burdens and allowing her husband to study more Torah? So usually when we say Ben Torah, it's not necessarily that they're in kollel, right? They very very strong attached to the Torah. So most likely in kollel, but not. So I mean, if he's in kollel and he learns full time, so we're just being practical here. So it's not very, and she's not working, so it's not very realistic to get by, right? I mean, it's possible. Like maybe if they find some sponsors, and for example, he's liked by this rich person, and they gave him the full salary, and it's possible. It's possible. So technically, is it possible? But to look for it and see, like HaShem would provide opportunity. There is nothing impossible to HaShem. Maybe this guy has a business right on the side. He works exactly 2 hours a day, or 2 hours during the whole week, and makes money. Right? So I don't know. So that just because he's a full-time learner does not mean that he does not have income. Okay, so it's very very possible. Right. So we have to pray for it. We don't have to pray for it's going to be a very common thing. We need the girl needs only one guy. One. How about 10 million? It's not 10 million. It's not, but she does not need to marry 10 million. She needs one, and that's it. That's what we pray for. One. Like when you're looking for parking, he said there's a lot of parking. You don't need a lot of parkings. You need only one spot, right? You need only one spot, and that's it. All right, I think we finished with all of the questions, and I don't think I missed anything from yesterday. Right. Okay. All right, no problem. I think we're finished today. So let's we stop a little early today, Baruch Hashem, according to our schedule. No problem. That's good. So thank you very much for learning with us. On a lot to cover, very different interesting topics this week, and we should continue next week and go stronger and stronger. Right? For us, there is no day off. There is no Independence Day or this or that. We continue learning, and every night, Beezrat Hashem. So thank you very much, and good Shabbos and good night, and until Monday. I think we're going to do the same time, but I'll if changes, I'm going to let you know. Beezrat Hashem. Good night.